Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya, you early birds. Today is Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us, the collective, a blessing for this Wednesday morning. A blessing just for us. Oh, no, I think this is it. We get a blessing woven in time. Listen to this, guys. The present circumstances are guiding you to a sacred space inside of you, from where you will see things more clearly. Look through the eye of the soul, and you will find the answer. This card is a blessing woven in time. The time will soon come. For those of you who have been waiting for something, the time is coming. Invest in yourself. Open up yourself. Open up your mind. Open up your heart to accept this blessing. The present circumstances are guiding you to a sacred space inside you, from where you will see things more clearly. Look through the eye of the soul, and you will find the answer. This card is a blessing woven in time. The time will soon come. Namaste. All right, guys. Now, y'all know I was traveling on Monday, so I'm back home and I have my show notes from Monday. So Monday's show notes are now Wednesday's show notes, and all the questions that you guys asked me for today's show will be in Friday's live show. So please don't be disheartened. Your questions will come around. It's just going to be one day delayed, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick this off. The first question that we have is from B. Butler. And B. Butler makes a statement to start off. Says, we've seen the decline of children in churches. We've seen the decline of the prestige of going to college. And more with the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's decline. With the rise of reality shows and creator-based shows like what's happening on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok, is the Hollywood dream a dream of a bygone era? Oh my goodness. I love the way that she wrote that, and I probably just butchered it completely. But with the decline of people wanting to get that big college that big name off the college, because so many kids graduate college and can't get a job anywhere close to what they went to school for, and people finding their niches on creator-based platforms like YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. Is the dream, is the glitz and glamour of Hollywood about to be something of the past? Is the glitz and glamour of Hollywood about to be a thing of the past? And guys, it is. I don't watch television because I watch creator-based content on YouTube. I don't watch the news because it's irrelevant. I can watch, I do like Stephen Colbert, so I get the majority of my news from the Colbert Report or from Stephen Colbert. But, I mean, that's true, guys. So let's just ask this question. Is the glitz and glamour of Hollywood a thing of the past? Yeah, and it's about the money, and that's what it's about. People are not spending money like they used to go sit for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours in a theater. That is going by the wayside. So we get a small yes. Well, actually, we get a couple of yeses. We get, this is a yes, this is a yes. And here's Hollywood, who is watching They're watching the tide change. So Hollywood is changing. It may not go all the way by the wayside, but I think that dream of people relocating to Hollywood to find their fame, I think that is a bygone dream, because people realize all they have to do is turn on their phone and turn the camera around, and they create their own reality. They can become a star in their own right with their own hand. And guys, if that is something that I need to pass on to every one of you today, the power to be what and who you want to be is in your hands. Be the creator that you are. Be the dreamer that you are. But you have to put yourself in the driver's seat. If you're in the passenger seat, then life is going to take you wherever it will. But when you decide that your life is under your control and that you create your happiness, you create your sadness, you create your highs, you create your lows. You are the creator of your destiny. And when you get behind the wheel of your car, you can steer it anywhere you want to go. You choose the destination. You choose the stops. Just remember, all the power is within you. It is not outside of you like the world wants you to see, like the world wants you to think. The world wants you to give your power away. The world wants you to be a passenger. The world does not want you to pass that driving test. Get in the front seat, get behind the wheel, and drive your car to where you want to drive it to. Guys, your happiness, your prosperity, your dreams are in your hands. When you believe in yourself, everything is possible. All right. There we go. That's it. So that's it. If you want to be a star, if you want to be whatever you want to be, turn that camera around and focus it on you. And then you create your story. All right. My next question is from Rose Blue. Will water usage and land lease in Arizona by the Saudis be stopped in 2024 because the Saudis are killing Arizona's water table? So, and here's the thing. Again, America lets foreign countries come in and steal our resources, come in and take things and then sell it back to us, things that are on our continent. You can't go to Dubai and buy a house. No, you can't. You can't go to Dubai and do nothing but be a visitor. And that's if the Crown Prince wants your butt there. Because if he don't want you there, you're not going in the country and you may come up missing. Okay? So let's get all of this right here on the table. Certain presidents, certain administrations have been parceling out parts of America. They've tried to sell off pieces of the Grand Canyon. They've tried to sell off whole chunks of Alaska. Understand what these people are doing. Places that we have oil-rich fields, we're trying to sell back. We're trying to sell to Russia, who is trying to hold the rest of the world hostage with gas and oil. Understand what we do. Understand what is done in the name of these big countries. These countries are working for themselves. Guys, if the countries were working for us, America would look like Switzerland. And I'm going to put this on the table because people need to understand what a country that works for its population looks like. Switzerland. Universal health care. You get pregnant, you get a year off. A year to stay at home with pay to make sure that your baby child is brought up with all the advantages of having a stay-at-home mother before he ever has to be left at some daycare. They give you 4 weeks of vacation so that you can paid vacation so that you can decompress from the stresses of working. They don't have extended working hours. You're not a slave in Switzerland. If we want to change, we need to understand and know what it is we want. okay, what it is that we want. And I'm sure there are some drawbacks to being a Swedish citizen, but I just off the top of my head, I can't think of not even one. I've never heard of people being denied their LGBT rights in Switzerland. I've never heard of people rioting because people are trying to take away people's individual rights to be. And when I see things over there, I see a lot of people not driving cars. They're walking and they're riding bikes. They're talking to each other. Babies are, you can go into a restaurant and have a coffee with your girlfriend, and there's a line of babies with strollers sitting outside and nobody's bothering them. Nobody's worried about their children coming up missing. So if there's a model of something that we want to say this dream is, let's model it on something that we can see that's working. All right? And I just needed to put that little visual in your mind because it is possible. The reason that it's impossible here is because we have let money and greed and power and control mar the entire surface. All right. So, Rose Blue, let's go ahead and get to this question. Will the United States stop the Saudis' lease of land and water in Arizona by 2024? We actually got a yes, but it's tied up with money. It is tied up with money. There is going to be a change, but here's the thing. The possibility of all of these outside entities using up is going to harm the citizens of Arizona. It is making people in Arizona, this is bringing poverty to them. Stopping it in 2024 is too late, okay? Even though we have a yes, the only reason it's going to stop is because they will have depleted. They will have depleted everything that they're stealing. There won't be anything left for them to harvest because they have destroyed it. So, yeah, Rose Blue, but it's a dual sword. The only reason that they're going to stop is because they will have wrecked the environment. My next question is from Jose Meme. Will the New York Republicans get stronger or weaker? And this is coming out of old George Santos, Anthony DeVolder, drag queen, whatever she calls herself, Sparkle, I don't know. Whoever this person is. Will the New York Republicans get stronger or weaker in the wake of them being duped, completely fooled by another con man? Because, I mean, we have to call it what it is. He is another con man. They have already been duped by one, and his name is Donnie Boy. And now they've got Anthony DeVolder Santos, whoever he is. Let's go ahead. Will the Republicans get stronger or weaker? A yes card for stronger, a no card for weaker. Oh, they are going to get weaker. They are going. This Anthony DeVolder George Santos actually woke some people up about how easily they are led and how they just give their fealty to anybody just because. I mean, you got to think of everything that man ran on was just vomit, regurgitated, GOP speak, straight out old Donnie Boy's behind. He didn't run on anything but talking points. He talked himself up like he was the greatest person on earth. This is why politicians are shady, and this is why I could never be one. And people always say, oh, you need to run for office. No, it is for that reason right there that I would never be a politician, because those people are just plain liars. They will say anything because it is a means to an end. Every person who runs for that type of office, they don't want you to know who they really are. They just want to say what they want. They think you want to hear to get your vote. And then they get into office and they do exactly what they intended. They work to be a lobbyist. They work to get that fast, easy money, and they work to be a traitor. For the majority of the people who go there who want to go there to make money, And that's a place where you're not supposed to make money. It's supposed to be a fixed thing. You're not supposed to be above everybody else, but that's what happens because you get bought. You go out there and trade your soul for a house in Malibu or for a vacation in Dubai. And that's what they're doing for vacation homes, to use somebody else's stuff to pretend like you have clout or something. But you sell out the people who put you in that chair so that you can get your own ends. That's why I can't do politics. I can't be a politician. All right. So, Jose, the Republicans are going to get weaker. He also wants to know, will New York stay blue? Will Governor Hochul be successful? Will New York remain a blue state? And guys, New Yorkers, y'all need to be careful. You are being taken over from the inside. If you are not paying attention to what is going on, you are being infiltrated. Understand, you're getting closer and closer to putting a fascist right back in the driver's seat of New York. So be careful. Here we go. Will New York stay blue, or will New York stay blue? Yes. First card out. New York is going to stay blue. At least for a little while. But here again, here's your yes. It's not a big, strong yes, but it's a yes. It's going to stay blue. But y'all have work to do. You are going to have to fight to keep it this way. If you stop paying attention to what's going on, you will be invaded. You will be. And they are working on ways. Understand, the GOP is scared now. The GOP doesn't want to be the GOP anymore. Expect them to try to change their identity. It tried to switch with the Democrats again. It happened after Abe Lincoln. That's when they switched parties because they didn't want to be them anymore. So they took the name GOP because the Democrats used to be the GOP. We weren't the GOP. We were Republicans. And this is where history has got to be known, that great party switch. They stole our name. That's where the word Dixiecrats came from. They were Republicans first. They changed their names because they had so tarnished the word Republicans that they stole the word Democrat. I mean that they were Democrats. Let me back up. The Republicans called themselves Democrats. Dixiecrats. They were Democratic. That was their whole thing. They were the Democratic Party. And they had so sullied their name. We who call ourselves Democrats now were Republicans then. And that is why some black people in Maryland and places like that up in the northern tier were Republicans up until Donnie's fiasco. Okay? Because that was the party of the black man back then until it was stolen. And then they stole the name Republican from us and donned it on themselves and called us the Democrats. Understand your history. Understand that now that they have tarnished the name Republican, that they may try to steal Democrat again, because they were the original Democrats. They sidled us with the name of their party because they had tarnished it with slavery. But now they have tarnished the Republican name as much as they tarnished the Democratic name. So expect them to try to change parties. But yes, New York will stay blue for the near future, but y'all got work to do. My next question is, will progressives ever gain power in the Democratic Party? And will Hochul's right-wing judge be seated in New York? So let's ask the second one first. Will Governor Hochul's right-wing judge that she's trying to get seated, will that person be seated in New York? Oh my goodness, I can't believe that they would do that. And that's what I'm saying, guys. The Federalist Society has a long arm. and it has deep pockets. So that is the entity that is searching out people to buy off and pay off and change their mind. Oh, they can make people very rich overnight to just change a vote or install somebody. Will Governor Hochul's right-wing judge be seated in New York? Yes. There you go, guys. They're going to try to take it over from the inside. Just because somebody has a letter behind their name doesn't mean they are who they say they are. We need to call that devoldered. We don't need to get devoldered. Okay? Now, my next question is from, the first question's last. Will progressives ever gain power in the Democratic Party? Will progressives, the people who want to radically change the Democratic Party, will they ever gain power? Oh, look we got wands, obstruction, blocking. Oh my goodness, first 4 cards. Well, first 3, we've got the wands that are saying they are being stopped because they're too radical. But here we got, behind chasing this, we got the 2 of cups. So there is a desire to work together with the progressives for the old Democratic Party that are really way conservative, and the progressives who want people to be able to be people without somebody regulating how many breaths you can take a day. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yes. There is going to come a time, because a lot of this stuff is going to come to an end. Everything is going to change, guys. Just prepare yourself for this. Everything that we're going through, the earth, we are going through like a cleansing process. All of this stuff is happening so that we can see the garbage. We have the opportunity to adjust our lives, to adjust our thinking, to be clear on what it is that we are or are not doing that is bringing joy or pain to this planet and to ourselves. We are being given the opportunity to change ourselves right now into what we want to be, what we desire to do. Now, we can continue on this path where we're going with liars and cheats and bigots and murderers and people who just want to gain power through any means necessary, killing women, killing children, taking the rights away from everyone. You are nothing but a bot if you're under the GOP. They want complete control. They want your soul. Okay? Understand what they are asking for. They are asking you to fall in line, to close your eyes and ears, nod your head. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I will do exactly what you want me to do. This is the danger that we are facing right now. This is what the GOP is trying to insert into all of American, in society, in politics, in music, in everything. The GOP wants people to be mean to each other. They want you to believe that if you're a nice person, you're weak. That if you are not cutthroat, you're weak. They want you to believe that the loudest guy in the room is the strongest guy in the room. They want you to believe that you can't have anything unless you take it by force. And that's exactly what we must fight against. They don't want you to stand together. They want you to stand alone. They want you to be afraid. They want you to be alone and lonely. And they don't want you to reach out for help to anyone. They want you ignorant. They want your body. They want your brain turned off. They just want your body, your back, to do the chores that they don't want to do. To be the soldiers to spread hate and discontent. To be the mouthpiece of the oppressor. Okay? But the answer to the question is that, yeah, progressives will gain power in the Democratic Party. All right. Next question is from Chase. Chase Zamo. Chase wants to know, is George Santos an American. And I already answered this question. George Santos was not born in this country. George Santos is not a by birth American. Now, whether he has taken a nationalization, and I don't see how because he's only 30 something, but if he has gotten some type of citizenship, or if he is just here on a visa, or if the man is just, he's an identity. Guys, this is what must be known about George Santos. This man steals identities. Anthony DeVolder, I believe, is probably the closest to his real name. But that may not even be true. The man was born in Brazil. DeVolder, I don't think, does not sound Brazilian to me. However, one of his parents could have been something else that was not a Hispanic last name. So we cannot go from that. But what I'm going to tell you, Chase, no. Anthony DeVolder was not born in the United States. George Santos was not born in the United States. Whoever this person truly is, he was not born in the United States. Now, if he gains citizenship somewhere else, some other kind of way, or if he is a valid visa holder, that is a whole different thing. But no, he is not a born American citizen. He was brought to this country. He was not born in it. My next question is from Denny. What would happen if all the world's ice melts? Denny would like to know, would God step in to save us? And this is one of those questions that infuriates me. We're going to destroy the planet, and then we're going to be on our knees begging for the Sky Daddy to come and save us. We're going to cut our own throats, bleed ourselves almost to death, and then fall on our faces, oh, save us, because we're stupid and we don't know what we're doing. I keep telling you, guys, God is inside of us, number one, is not outside. If you are looking outside of yourself for God, you're looking in the wrong place. God is everything, including you. You are not separate. And if you think God is outside of you, then you are separated from him. It has to be one. The Trinity is you, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, that is the Holy Trinity. Religion has lied to you. It is not outside. The Holy Trinity, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, it is in you. God resides in you. Society tricked you to giving your power away, to you imagining some being sitting on a throne somewhere that is going to throw lightning bolts at you. No, the universe is vast. Everything is in us. When we pass from this carbon body, we turn back into energy. God is energy. Energy is in everything. You are not separated. We are one. And when you understand that, you have control over your life. Mainstream has you putting your energy into everything outside of you, to believe that you have no power, to believe that you are a victim of some mean deity that wants you to fail. That's what they want you to believe, because the power is inside of you. And once you understand that God lives in you, that God speaks through you, and that we silence him. The world doesn't, we do. Because we put doubt, okay? You and God are one. There is no separation. When you separate yourself and give that power outside to a church, to a preacher, then you have separated yourself from God, okay? All right. So, Denny, when the world's polar caps melt, it is up to us. Again, everything that is going on in our world is to get us to realize who we are. We've given away our power. We need to connect up back with each other. We need to stand together to change the tide of consciousness, because we're awash in lies. And that's why we are where we are right now. All right, guys. If you enjoy this content right now, give me a thumbs up. I mean, just hit the thumbs up button. And if you like it here, join my family. Subscribe. Please subscribe so that I can see your name and I can give you a shout out. All right? Okay. Thumbs up and a subscribe, guys. Let's get this to the people who need to hear it. Okay? Let's grow this family. I love you. All right. Now I'm going to go to some more questions because I have got a couple that I kind of threw in for today. First one I'm going to do is Spirits Beyond the Stars. Amy Comey Barrett has been having some stomach problems. Well, yeah, when you got to swallow all that kind of bull crap, it might start to be hard on your stomach. So let's do a throw on Amy Comey Barrett on her health. We'll do a complete throw on Amy Comey Barrett's health. Okay, Tarot Universe, please tell us anything that we need to know about Amy Comey Barrett and her current health and why her stomach is bothering her. Yeah. Oh, the conversations in the Supreme Court have changed. Amy, even though she's a conservative Republican, she's still a woman. And in her party, in where she works, she's the only woman on her side of the aisle. So every day she has to listen to them talk about women like they're garbage. She is finally paying attention because it doesn't feel good. She's hearing the way that these men really think and understand that's exactly how they think about her. Oh my goodness, she is having a revelation just by being in that. She has no power amongst her male counterparts. In fact, they chide her. Tell her to go get them coffee. First card out, she gets the Two of Wands. This is what she wants. She wants to have that power and control. She wants to hold the world in the palm of her hands. But she doesn't. She has, because of where she has given her energy, she has given all of her power right to the men. And they took it. They ain't giving her nothing. They don't expect nothing from her but to nod her head yes when the time comes. And to just support the agenda. Shut up, stay over there and vote yes when it's time for you. When we want you to talk, we'll give you a script. And she has to sit there like this with her head down and just be like, okay. Because she is not even a person. Those men treat her exactly where she put herself. She put herself in that little red outfit. And that's exactly, she made herself a handmaid. And that's exactly how she's living. Even though she has that title of Supreme Court Justice, her whole job is to do nothing but to go along with what the men say. That is why she was put in there. Keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, and just nod yes when it is your time to come. Amy Comey Barrett's stomach is hurting is because she is awakening. She is now the crack in the facade. She is seeing how she has been prostituted out and has prostituted herself for this party that does not care about her. And I think she's actually coming to the realization of how much damage, the damage that was done to her, that she is doing to her own children. She's having an awakening, and it's manifesting in her stomach. She may be hospitalized for this. In fact, she may be hospitalized, and they're going to say it's for pancreatitis because she is in so much pain, so much pain. It's literally eating her, and that is it. Her pancreas is the pain because it's an unbearable pain. But the flip side of that is it's eating her from the inside, and that's what is happening. The pains that she is experiencing is because she understands now that she has always been under the control of someone else. And even now, with that high office, it doesn't mean nothing because she's just a paid yes man. She's not expected to have an opinion, and she's not respected. All right, there you go, spirits. The next one, 3 military officers were arrested for their involvement in January 6th. I told y'all guys. I told y'all way back then it would come out that there were people that were in the military right there, were police that were in those riots. I told y'all they are all going to get caught and brought to justice. Okay, even some people who work in the Senate were there, not in the Senate, but work for the Metro Police Department that provide security for the House and Senate were involved in it. It'll come out. They're trying to keep those names hush hush. It'll come out. There's lots of traitors. Lots of traitors. Okay? So 3 officers were arrested for their involvement. They will be indicted. And guys, I told y'all justice was slow, but it was sure. Look at them Proud Boys and the other ones. Some of them are looking at 20 years in prison. Here comes that justice train. Expect for the Republicans to start getting crazy. Okay. My next question is from Denny. Will the GOP try and impeach Biden for the documents dump that they found him? Oh, they wanted to. Oh, they were setting up to be ready to. And then this morning or last night or sometime, what happened? Documents was found in old Pence's house. Like I told y'all, this is common. These people are trying to, the stuff that they're finding in Biden's house and in Pence's house, this is common. They may say classified, but these could be memos from, it could be inner office memos that mean nothing except for it came from the desk of the president or it came from the desk of somebody else. That means that everybody was not privy to it. Understand, just because it said confidential or private does not mean that it was state secrets. Okay? This is being blown up. And now that Pence has got caught in the web, it has shot the GOP right in the face. Again, don't give it your energy. Sit up in the nosebleed section. Get your popcorn. Laugh. This is a comedy show. Laugh. You should be rolling on the floor laughing because Pence just knocked the whole bottom out of them going after Biden. In one day, Pence saved Biden from everything. Because now, if the GOP wants to go after Biden, they got to go after Pence too. And they're not going to go after their own. All right? So, Pence got the documents. Like the Christmas story. The ending of A Christmas Story. All is right with the world again. Okay? So, again, don't put your energy into it. Watch the show. Watch the show. Okay, here's another question. Will death sentence DeSantis, will he go to prison? And guys, that net is getting closer and closer. He's already lost lawsuits about what he did to those undocumented migrants that he sent to Martha's Vineyard. Oh yeah, $30,000 a piece. Guys, they got paid. I told y'all they was going to get paid. And that was quick, swift. All them people now what DeSantis did, he sent them to Martha's Vineyard and gave them a comeuppance in one step. Because the people of Martha's Vineyard said, we're not going to let you suffer. But we're not going to let him get away with it either. So all of them people got a $30,000 head start into America. Thanks to Ron DeSantis, who is going to have to, in turn, pay all of that money back. Okay? Will death sentence ever go to prison for what he has done? Yes! Hold on, let me pull them on. Because there's a whole story here. Yeah, there's another. Oh, my goodness. There's a whole story here. Okay. DeSantis is going to find himself fighting a whole bunch of allegations. He's going to be embroiled in court cases. He knows this. So he has to keep going. He's got to get more and more outrageous, more and more crazy, because he's got to keep the crazies on his side. This is worrying him. DeSantis is not smarter than old Donnie Boy. Both of these boys are dumb as a box of rocks, okay? And that's an insult to rocks. I apologize to rocks. But DeSantis and 45, neither one of them are intelligent. These are the dum-dums that they want to put into office because they can tell them what to do. And they in turn can turn around and act as badly and in poor judgment as they can. Here's our answer. First answer, big old yes. And Donnie's card too. So if Donnie Boy has anything on DeSantis, and Donnie goes down, you can best bet your bottom dollar Donnie is going to pull everybody down with him. And DeSantis is in that orbit. The answer of is DeSantis going to go to jail is yes. Yes, he is. It may not be as soon as we would like, because he's going to have to leave his office first. And this is the thing. It's going to be after, or it may force him to leave his office. But it's coming. But it's not coming as quickly as we want it to. We've got to get through a whole bunch of this other mess, especially in Georgia, because some things have got to get righted before we can go after some of these people. But DeSantis is going to he's going to find himself, in the end, he's going to find himself in prison. All right. My next question is from Chase Zamo. Again, when will DeJoy resign or be removed? We've been waiting for this man, and I believe that the planets are finally in alignment. This is coming. This is coming. And you haven't heard anything from him lately because he has been defamed. And if you, the only thing that is left wrong with the post office now is that if you have to mail anything in person, make sure you take the day off because it just takes forever. That's what DeJoy wrecked. He wrecked timeliness. So let's see, when will DeJoy be removed from the post office? When will DeJoy be removed from the post office? Oh, his end is near. First card is death. It's imminent. Second card is the magician. It's imminent, guys. 6 of swords. So within 6 months, DeJoy is going to be out of the post office, guys. We got death. We got the magician. And we got temperance. Things will be brought back into balance in about 6 months. Old DeJoy going to be out of a job. His time has come. The end is near. All right, there you go. So I already answered that question on Monday. Next question is from Genealogy Junkie. Ooh, I guess there's some type of glass tubes on Mars that have been spotted. The glass tubes. I haven't looked up this or anything, so I'm going to tell you what's on Mars. Mars is an inhabited planet. The people of Mars live below the surface. If there's tubes that have been found, those are for transportation. Those are like to go from one place to the other. They live below the surface of the Earth. The Martians did live above the Earth at one point, but the atmosphere became inhospitable to them, and they went inside of the planet. They're not deep inside the planet. They're just underground, okay, for protection, for warmth. There's an entire atmosphere inside of Mars, just like there is inside of the planet Earth. There is a whole place that is habitable, that has its own weather, water, seasons, that is inside of this planet. Everything is a microcosm of something else. We are all a little speck in a vast ocean of everythingness. Anything that can exist here can exist elsewhere. We are not alone. The moon is inhabited. The moon is a gigantic lunar base, okay? Different species, different aliens Visit it regularly. We are not alone. We have been made ignorant to believe that we are the only thing in the galaxy. We are not. Okay, there are billions and billions and billions of beings, and we are a part of them too. Okay, everything is energy. We are energy. The planet is energy. When we understand that we are not separate even from the planet, and we can affect our own luck, we can affect our own everything by not believing the lie, by not existing in the matrix, by not living in fear of everything. Take a breath in freedom that the world doesn't own you and you don't owe it nothing. You owe yourself everything. Be gentle on you. Love you. Understand who you are. Understand that you are a magical, powerful being. And that when you connect with other people like-minded, you can affect things. This is what we are being challenged to understand. Step into your real self. Stop existing in this fantasy of fear-mongering. Turn off the news. It is killing you. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Okay? So, genealogy junkie, that is evidence that people live there. Those tubes are transportation. That's how you get from point A to point B. When they want to come up to the surface, those tubes are a way for them to do that. Okay? It is an inhabited planet, as is Venus. Okay? We are not alone. My next question is from Diane DL. How long will price gouging last? Again, and we're back into this because everything is changing. Here we are. It's about to be February. We've got the Wuhan. Everything is cyclic. We are about to go through 2020 all over again. Prepare for these gas and prices to go back up again because everything's going to expire. Even with the stock market going back up, they're going to keep the gas prices high. They are going to try to harm us. So how long is this going to last? We're looking for a number, Tarot. Tell us, how long will the price gouging and all of this nastiness last? We got the first card is the Ten of Pentacles. And that is the only number I got. So guys, expect another 10 months of price gouging higher than normal prices until things start to, and then in 10 months it'll be so at such a rate that's where it will settle. So 10 months they're going to be constantly increasing the price of stuff. Diane, the next 10 months. Okay, my next question is from Denny. AT&T is $139 billion in debt. How can they keep going without filing bankruptcy for being $139 billion in debt? And just keep going and keep going and keep going, because they'll write it off. They'll lay off all of their employees. They'll dissolve the company and go bankrupt quietly and get paid back all that money from the government, because that's how the game works. So they're just watch what they're doing. Again, I keep telling everybody, money is a concept. It's not a real thing. The only people who worry about it is the ones that don't have enough. Okay? When we understand, and I know because this is a mindset, guys, and it's like, well, if you don't have any, you're hungry, and that's the game. They keep the fear. If there was no paper money, and this is where humans being connected to each other comes in. Because we were put here to experience this life. But if you are an individual who can walk past a hungry person, a hungry man, woman, or child, and can look away and be like, get a job, shame on you. Shame on you. Because the first thing that we need to do is to unlock our compassion. for each other. Compassion. Just being able to see yourself in somebody else's shoes, even if it's just for a second, and to try to ease the suffering of someone if you are so able. Everything doesn't require you giving money. Sometimes a kind word. Sometimes half of your sandwich will do. It's all about us sharing. And that's what it is. That the thing they tried to get us to do in kindergarten, in preschool. Share. We're not on this planet alone. We are here with others. We need to take care of ourselves so that we can help take care of others. So that others can help and take care of us. We're in this together. We're all in the same boat. It's just some of us are in better positions on the boat. Okay? It's about love. Everything is about love. It's not about trying to make somebody else rich. It is just about helping your fellow man with how grand or small it is. But that it is about aiding, assisting, just being kind, because you never know when it'll be you that is in need. And the one thing that you're praying for is a kind person to just come by and give you a little bit of love. All right? Just remember that. Everything ain't about money. A lot of these tests that we go through is to see what we're going to do when we see people in need, when we have the ability to help somebody out, no matter how small. That's our test. So make sure that you'll pass that test when it comes to you. Don't be angry at people who have less than you. If you see somebody hurting, speak to them. Just let them know that they're not alone. You never know. You never know how just a little bit of eye contact with somebody who is not trying to take from you can affect another person. All right, guys. All right. My next question is from Patty G. Did the Secret Service plant the documents, and will they be cut? And I answered this before. No, a lot of that stuff was literally legit. It says confidential, but when some of the stuff we'll find out that they were just memos or notes, that there was no secrets, but because it's confidential, they're not going to read it to us. But understand what they're finding in Pence's and in Biden's, and they're probably going to go after Obama too. They probably are going to go after Obama too. They're going to find that it's a whole, what Linda G says, it's a big old fat nothing burger. And that all them trying to compare what Biden did to what Trump did is all fake. Okay? Donnie Boy stole documents, sold documents, tried to flush documents. He was nefarious in what he was doing. He made money off of those documents. He's a criminal. The rest is human error. Okay? So, but I'll throw on this. Will documents be found at Obama's house? And guys, I already hear it. Obama already said, hey, let's go ahead and get everything searched. He has already just told them, just come on. Let's just go ahead and get it searched now. Go ahead and do what you got to do. I ain't got nothing to hide. If it's there, it's there. If it needs to be returned, let's get it returned. He has already alerted that he wants his search, so that if there's something that it can be put back to where it goes, because of this whole fiasco. Yes, and that was Gayleen's question. Gayleen wanted to know, will will they find documents at Obama's in Obama's offices or residences next? And guys, I can already tell you that President Obama has already called the FBI and the Hall of Records to inquire if anything was missing, number one, but to also, it's going to be the FBI to do a search of his residences, his libraries, and his private offices. He has already conceded he has already set up for them to search it, so that if there's something he shouldn't have, that it be returned. They're going to find some classified, and that's what it's going to be, classified, not top secret, not for your eyes only, not private eyes only. No, they're going to find some confidential records in Obama's, and it is not going to be what the GOP thinks it's going to be. So, yes, Galen, they're going to find some stuff that says, look, he had some confidential. They're going to find confidential. They're not going to find top secret. They're not going to find for your eyes only. They're not going to find top tier security level stuff at Obama's, in Obama's offices or his private residence. All right. That was the last question for today. All right, let's go ahead and do the weather report for this week. I mean, it's already Wednesday, and I know a bunch of you guys, that tornado blizzard, it's going to be snowy and cold over there. Y'all in the Midwest and going all the way up to Maine. You are going to come in. This is going to be this week, the week after this weekend and the week of the 29th is going to be the exodus, okay? So this is going to be a big storm, fast, heavy, lots of water, lots of snow. Prepare yourself for this storm. The weight of the snow on power lines is going to knock out power in some places where the infrastructure is a little bit shaky and they're not used to getting snow that has weight. And this is going to be in some of the southern states, guys. So if you're not used to snow in the south, prepare now, because you will lose power because of the snow, because the grid was not built for snow. This is a big storm that is going to bring snow to areas that rarely see snow, okay? And some measurable snow to areas that rarely ever see snow. So again, be careful. Don't drive if you don't have to. Take the day off and build a snowman, guys. If it's weather and inclement, call in sick. Stay home and be safe. Build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Build a snowman. Integrate back with the earth. All right? Don't put yourself in undue danger to go to a store or somewhere where in 2 hours they're going to be telling you to try to get home quickly because the roads are about to close. Okay? It's going to be a bad storm. Don't put yourself in danger. Okay? Even if you're the only person to work the store, don't put yourself in danger. And this is a specific message for somebody. Let the store stay closed. Okay? Your safety is more important than somebody being able to get a pack of Newports. All right. There you go. Be aware of the weather. Got some more storms off the coast. Be aware of some ground shaking. We're gonna get more deeper and intense earthquakes, and also some not yet, but we've got another volcano that is preparing to erupt. It's rumbling and grumbling. But just be aware. Stay prepared. Don't take the stuff out your car. Keep your blankets, your extra food, and your water in there. Don't travel if you don't have to. And again, this is specific. If it's snowing and nasty, and don't go. Just don't go. Call in. Call in. You are more important than killing yourself on the highway trying to go open a doggone store. Because what'll happen if you die? Store still didn't get open, did it? So don't put yourself in danger. Your life is more important than $1. All right? I love you. I love you. I love you. Happy Wednesday, you early birds. It is 3:25 a.m., so this won't probably get out until about 5 o'clock. I love you. Bye-bye.